choose.
Oh! Ah!
I've heard
I
people
plan
say
to visit the Imperial City soon.
Yo bro, welcome back to my stream. Tonight we're going to continue onwards in our Dark Brotherhood questline, although the game is technically finished, since during my initial playthrough I wouldn't even meddle in such affairs. I'm only doing it out of curiosity, but possible epicness this quest line actually consists of, so these all just additional materials which has nothing to do with my character. Also, since I've been told that in Morrowind the Dark Brotherhood was the enemy of the Empire, especially the Emperors, well, that explains some things. It also means that this Dark Brotherhood in Morrowind is totally irresponsible people, as they can't understand, even can't fathom that by destroying the Emperor and his heirloom means the destruction of the Cyrodiil and the world as they know it. The only positive moment about these invisible walls with turn back message is that enemies can't go there, as well as I can go there. That's the only bright moment of all these invisible walls. Comparing to all other games, I haven't yet encountered the game where invisible walls are such an obstacle that it really meddles with all my gaming experience. I want to go through here. Why can't I? So all in all, this game is great. It's just I'd like to keep all my initial experiences of all the quest lines at the moment before I started the Dark Brotherhood quest line. Because that's totally badass quests. I'm still being pursued. I wonder where is my enemy. Yeah, even my enemy thought, nah, this is total shit, I won't go after him. By the way, as you pointed out about BPM bullets per minute, that it's unique genre. The same genre goes with Everspace game. Everspace is also the same repetitive instance-to-instance action, yet it has an interesting story with some philosophy context in it. I kinda liked it. Probably someday I'll stream it. As you probably would like it. Hey, Mr. Troll. So, looks like you're running late. finally. We got to Skingrad. Where exactly do we need to go? To Castle Skingrad, right. Yeah, we should probably climb that mountain. Well, not a mountain, but a mound. Come on, damn it. Wait, what? Is it in Skingrad or not? The waypoint says it's not. Shit, and it was fucking me. Alright. Let's get inside.
You have the hands of a hero.
Shouldn't one of you
What is it,
relieve
sir?
the other?
For you, of course.
For me? I'm not asking that for myself.
That's cute. You think I'm afraid of you? I doubt it. Sure, please. I'm embarrassed, but thank you. I doubt it. Not bad. Not bad at all. You're good.
Let's discuss rumors.
That Dennis Artilian is a little too full of himself. Sure, he's a captain of the guard, but I'm not impressed. Goodbye. We're here to help. Tell me more.
No, you tell me more.
Can you believe that a thief broke into the Imperial Palace itself?
No way.
Good day.
Dead drop orders number 3 and gold. I have picked up my reward and received my next contract. I have picked up my next contract from the dead drop in the Castle Skingrad well. I have been ordered to kill the Khajiit Jagasta, who can be found at his house in Bruma. Jagasta is a master of unarmed combat and will prove a challenging opponent. I should also be aware that Jagasta is expecting trouble and has paid off the guards to look the other way if our fight spills out into the city streets. So we're going to Bruma. They just had to send me somewhere far away. Woohoo! They utilize the same cheap move, so they destroy the sanctuary just to relieve me of my base point, so that I had to go through one corner of the world to another just to receive and accomplish my task. Without fast travel, that means a lot of ground to cover. I'm not complaining because I like this game's world. Yet again we're under attack. He just wants to fly. Oh. You got greater charge, so you won't do for your lesser charge. I think right after he lost the sight of me, he was defenseless. Maybe I should have taken the main road. Yeah, that one. As far as I recall, the mountain pass through the Golden Road and above it is really slow. The gravity has taken its toll. Oh yeah. Poor Hoofy. You draw power from the well. What's wrong, man?
This humble Legion soldier is at your service. How can I help a fellow citizen of the Empire? Please, go on.
Let's discuss rumors.
Have you not heard? The Oblivion Crisis has ended! Martin Septim gave his own life to destroy the Daedra Horde. We are victorious!
Yeah, the end of the world is now over. Wait a bit, please. See greater fame to be charged worthy. Akatosh. Okay, we're in place. Easy to pick, easy to enter. Looks like a trap. Secret training room. Right, there should be some way to enter it. He may be a master of unarmed combat, but having master of sneak. Azir Trajirazeri by Anonymous. This is an absurd book, but like all these things Khajiit, as the expression goes, Galzi, Babirzarita, Maasi, or absurdity has become necessity. I think we already read that. Yeah, we did. Excuse me, fellow Khajiit. Yeah, he really put a lot of fight. Jugasta is dead. I must pick up my reward in the next contract at the dead drop located in the rotten box under the old bridge, just south of the Imperial City. Alright, we haven't yet read our last note, so let's read it. Are you ready to get your hands dirty, Silencer? Your next target is a Khajiit nobleman by the name of Jugasta, who can be found at his home in the city of Bruma. Jugasta was recently offered the hand of a prominent Cyril's noble daughter, but turned down the offer when he learned of the girl's rather negligible dowry. The girl's family is outraged, of course, and has hired the Dark Brotherhood to make Jugasta pay for his insolence. Go to Jugasta's house in Bruma and end his miserable life, but be warned, the Khajiit is rich and bored and spends most of his time honing his skills in unarmed combat. Any opponent who can kill with merely his hands is not to be trifled with, so tread carefully. Even worse, Jugasta is aware someone may be trying to kill him and has bribed the guards to not interfere if a fight should spill out to the city streets. When the target has been eliminated, you will find your next dead drop in a rotten box under the old bridge just south of the Imperial City. The box will contain your reward for killing Jugasta, as well as information regarding your next contract. Well, that contract was easy. Just kill the guy. That's it. Well, I could say that this one probably might have deserved death, but still, I don't know. It's not the right way. There might be a better way to insult him in some interesting form. nothing here. Alright, we've cleared also this house.
Hello.
I wonder how much was worth Jagasa's life. After all, he was some sort of advanced master in hand-to-hand combat who fell to an ordinary dagger while almost on his sleep. Yet another win for the sneaking.
Good news from Kabach. Well, here's a fine one. I'm really tired. Can we get on with this?
Of course.
Yeah, my favorite customer. What do you got?
Your favorite customer haven't got much, but we got lots of interesting potions.
I think you've
Yo, Speedy Cat! Welcome to my stream. Have I found any dumpsters filled with valuable loot today? Yeah, I did. These dumpsters are now called dead drops for the Dark Brotherhood.
That's a fair deal.
They usually contain the reward for my previous kill. So all in all, it might be called loot.
That's a good deal.
Indeed it is. Good deal.
I'm glad that's done. I need a nap. Is that so?
To point that out, I don't especially like all these Dark Brotherhood quests, but I was specifically requested to complete them. Several times they have proved that my initial perception of how they will be was right. During my normal playthrough I wouldn't even be bothered to take on these quests. So this is just like an extra. Because it was requested. So my character is still not badass, but we have just lifted all these limits just to show you this quest line. It has its ups and downs. It has its interesting moments. But if I am to complete this game another time, I wouldn't have bothered with such quests. Wouldn't have been bothered, I mean. We slowly descend. Yay! Parkour life. Rotten bridge just south of Imperial City. Old bridge. Well, I can't consider that an Imperial City. That's probably near Imperial City. But not the city itself. Not even its limits. So right now we're doing lots of traveling, since these quests require me to cover lots of distance. The dead drop can be near the Imperial City, and my mission might be at Leeuwin or Anvil, which are really far from the Imperial City or this location on this old bridge. But hey, we're doing the quest, and I really like the environment in this game, the nature, how it changes from location to location. We've been here already, and I can't recall had we picked up the blessing or not. Know the truth, observe the law, pray at my chapel altars to receive my blessings. Julianus. Oh, we will. We might do horrible things for this quest, but in our heart we're a great person, a kind one. And since we're near our location, near our house, let's read some. We've got the last book from the lore of this game.
Champion.
The last book we've received was The Rear Guard by Tennis Mortal. The castle would hold, no matter the forces, the walls of Cascabel Hall would never fail, but that was small consolation for Menagor. He was hungry. In fact, he had never been so hungry. The well in the atrium of the fortress supplied him with enough water to hold there until the Fourth Era, but his stomach reminded Menagor minute to minute that he needed food. The wagon load of supplies mocked him. When his army, the forces of King of Solitude, had left Cascabel Hall, and he had manned the battlements at the rear guard to protect their retreat, they had left a wagon behind to supply him with enough food for months. It was not until the night after they left that he inspected the larder and found that nothing edible was in the wagon. Trunk after trunk was filled with Netch armor from the army's incursion into Morrowind. Apparently his Nord confederates had assumed that the lightly opaque material was hard-tack in aspect. If the Dormer whose caravan had been raided knew about this, they would never be able to stop laughing. Menagor thought that his fellow mercenary and kinswoman Erin would have found this amusing as well. She had spoken with great authority about Netch leather, being an expert of swords and light armor, but she had made a point to mention that it could not be eaten like other leather in occasions of hardship. It was a pity she couldn't be there to enjoy the irony. Menagor thought savagely. She had returned to Morrowind even before the king's army had left, preferring a life as a wanted fugitive to a free existence in the cold of Skyrim. All the weeds in the courtyard had been devoured by the rearguard's 16th day manning Cascabel Hall. The entire castle had been scoured, rotten tubers in the mulch pile found and consumed, a dusty bouquet in the countess' bedchamber eaten, almost every rat and insect but the most cunning infesting the castle walls had been tracked down and gobbled up. The castellan's chamber, filled with acrid, inedible law books, had yielded up a couple crumbs of bread. Menagor had even scraped moss from the stones. There was no denying it. He would be dead from starvation before his army returned to break the ranks of the enemies who surrounded the fortress. The worst part, said Menegar, who had taken to talking to himself on only the second day alone in the castle, is how close sustenance is. A vast arbor of golden apples stretched acre after acre near the castle walls. The sunlight cast a seductive gleam on the fruit, and the cruel wind carried sweet smells into Cascabel to torture him. Like most Bosmer, Menegar was an archer. He was a master of long and medium distance fighting, but in close quarters, as he would be if he dared to leave the castle and enter the enemy camp in the arbor, he knew he would not last long. At some point he knew he would have to try, but he had been dreading the day. It was upon him now. Menegar put on the Netch armor for the first time, feeling the powdery, almost velvet texture of the rendered leather against his skin. There was also a barely perceptible throb, which he recognized as the remnant nematocysts of the Netch's venomous flesh, still tingling months after its death with domesticated poison. The combination made him feel energized. Erin had described the sensation perfectly, just as she had explained how to defend himself while wearing the Netch leather armor. Under cover of night, Menegar crept out of the back gate of the castle, locking it behind him with a rather cumbersome key. He made for the arbor as quietly as he could, but a passing sentry coming behind a tree saw him. Remaining calm, Menegar did as he remembered Erin had instructed, only moving after the attack had been launched. The sentry's blade glided against the armor and knocked to the left, throwing the young man off balance. That was the trick as he understood it. You had to be prepared to be hit and merely move with a blow, allowing the membranous armor to divert the injury away. Use your enemy's momentum against him, as Erin used to say. There were several more close encounters in the arbor, but each swing of an axe and each thrust of a sword found purchase elsewhere. With hands full of apples, Menegar ran the gauntlet back to the castle. He locked the back gate door behind him and fell into orgy of eating. For week after week, the Bosmer stole out to gather his food. The guards began anticipating his raids, but he kept his schedule irregular and always remembered when attacked to wait for the blow accepted and then turn in such a way. He lived and survived his lonely vigil in Cascabel Hall. 4 months later, as he was prepared for another seizure of apples, Menegar heard a loud clamor at the front gate. Surveying the group from a safe distance on the battlements, he saw the shields of the King of Solitude, his ally the Count of Cascabel, and their enemy the King of Farron. Evidently a truce had been called. Menegar opened the gates and the combined armies flooded the courtyard. Many of the knights of Farron sought to shake the hand of the man they had named the Shadow of the Arbor, expressing their admiration at his defensive skills and apologizing good-naturedly for their attempts to slay him, only doing their job, you know. There's hardly an apple left on the vines, said the King of Solitude. Well, I started on the edges and worked my way in, explained Menegar. I brought back extra fruit to tempt the rats out of walls so I could have a little meat as well. We spent the last several months working out the details of the truce, said the king. Really quite exhausting. At any rate, the count will be taking back possession of his castle now, but there is a small detail we need to work out. You're a mercenary and as such responsible for your own expenses. If you had been a subject of mine, things might be different, but there are certain old rules of law that must be respected. Menegar anticipated the strike. The problem is, the king continued, we've taken a good deal of the count's crops while here. By any reasonable computation, you've eaten an amount equal to and likely exceeding your mercenaries' wages. Obviously, I would not want to penalize you for the excellent job you've done defending the castle in uncomfortable circumstances, but you agree that it's important that we observe the old rules of law, don't you? Of course, replied Menegar, accepting the blow. I'm delighted to hear that, said the king. Our estimation is that you owe the Count of Cascabel 37 imperial gold, which I will gladly pay to myself, with interest after the autumnal harvest. Autumntide harvest, said Menegar. There is more left on the vine than you suggest. The Kings of Solitude and Farron and the Count of Cascabel stared at the Bosmer. We agreed to abide to the strictest old rules of law, and I've had time to read a great many books of the time you were making your truce. In 3rd Era 246, during the reign of Earl IV, the Imperial Council, in an attempt to clear up some questions of property rights in Skyrim during those chaotic days, decreed that any man without a liege who occupied a castle for more than 3 months would be granted the rights and titles of that estate. It's a good law, of course, meant to discourage absent and foreign landlords. Mendiger smiled, feeling the now familiar sensation of a glancing strike diverting. By the rule of law, I am the Count of Cascabel. The rearguard's sons still hold the title of Count of Cascabel, and he grows the finest, most delectable apples in the Empire. Great book.
It's you standing here next to me.
Next to him, oh yeah. Alright. We've read all the books. Well, at least all of the books we've obtained in this game via looting, stealing, and probably by receiving them as reward, even for the main quest. So we need to go to this bridge. The GPS just wanted to bewilder me. It could. Rotten box. Dead drop orders number 4 in gold. I have picked up my reward and received my next contract. I have picked up my next contract from the dead drop beneath the old bridge. I have been ordered to kill an Argonian hunter named Chalice, who is holed up in the flooded mine. She is a wanted psychopath, so I should be cautious. Jagasta is dead. Well done. I was right about you, Silencer. You're useful too, indeed. Let's see if you can continue to impress me. You must journey now to the flooded mine. There you will find Chalice, an Argonian hunter who was banished from her village near the Black Marsh, Morrowind border, from the brutal murder of a dark elven family. Relatives of the murder's family members have located Chalice and demand retribution, and since the assignment is a bit far for Morrowind's Morak tongue to handle, the Dark Brotherhood has been commissioned to perform the elimination. Be warned, Silencer. Chalice is a skilled and deadly hunter and will fight like the desperate fugitive she is. After Chalice has been eliminated, your reward and another contract will be waiting at the dead drop located in a coffin just outside the ruins of Fort Redmond. Southeast. Oh, it's not far. Good for me, actually. Woohoo! A nerd. We should see Sindarian someday. Well, I've got another undiscovered location. Let's discover it. Probably there are some enemies nearby. Can't see any. Maybe they're hidden. Get back here. Right, let's get inside the flooded mine. What's gonna be blessed? It is a shrine of Denethar. Honest labor earns its own reward. Pray at my chapel altars to receive my blessings. I like it how in change our targets have become more and more evil, which means that we're doing the right work.
There. Damn you. Where
Oops.
are you?
Where are you? Deadly hunter. Chalice is dead. I must pick up my reward and the next contract at the dead drop located in the coffin just outside the ruins of Fort Redmond. Wait, what? This freaking cave is not thoroughly explored. Well, that's something new. It's freaking empty. How the hell did they track her down here? She must have done something horrible. Especially with the villagers. Right, where's this coffin anyway? Fort Redmond. It's not far from our town of Breville. Might as well unload before we go on. We even got some time.
citizen.
All these merchants are not interested in stolen goods.
Have pity, sir. Your eyes.
Or some sneaky looking sword. I must be of this sword.
A pleasure to speak with you. Let's do business.
Let's.
You got a great deal there. You got a great deal there. A good price for a good customer.
Wait, what sort of greaves have I sold? Glass greaves. I'm totally okay with that.
That's a fair deal. You've made a good... You've made... That seems... You drop a good price. That's a fair deal. That's a fair deal.
Alright, let's get out of
Come
here.
back and see me again.
Thanks, Danley.
You
Made so much effort to increase my wealth. I'll close in a fuck ton of time. Well, I think we're ready. Yeah, we've unloaded. If only I thought Apostle Dagger and bone arrows. I don't think that we have something to sell here. These are special items. They're good mementos to be just sold. Well, we can sell that. Oh, we've got these. Crap. Lots of these. Stolen chameleon.
Well met.
Likewise, Janlin.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Oops. Arrows
You
without
drive.
set. Products are not bought.
You drive. You drive. You drive. That's a good. An excellent bargain.
Alright, we
I
continue
appreciate your
onwards.
business.
Just need to repair everything.
Day.
Just one point.
Whoa, that hurts. Fuck off. I think it was a crab. There's so many of these will-o'-the-wisps. Freaking swampy area. Dead drop number 5, Alval Uvani schedule. I have picked up my reward and received my next contract. I have picked up my next contract from the dead drop in the coffin outside Fort Redmond. I have been ordered to kill Alvan Uvani, a dark elf merchant who spends his time traveling around Cyrodiil. I should consult the schedule that has been left for me to determine where and when I should strike. Uvani is a master in the Destruction School of Magicka and has killed before, but he does have a weakness. If Alvan Uvani drinks mead, he will be rendered immobile due to a rare allergy to honey. I have killed Alvan Uvani. I must pick up my reward in the next contract at the dead drop located in the market district of the Imperial City, in a hollowed out tree stump behind Stonewall Shields. I'm so cool, I've completed my contract even before taking up the orders. If you're reading this note, Chalice is dead. You've done the world a great service, Silencer. It's time to continue the good work. Your next target is a traveling dark elf merchant by the name of Alvan Uvani, who is currently renting a house in the Imperial City of Leeuwin. Uvani is a well-respected tradesman back in his native Morrowind, but his business often takes him very far from home. Therein lies the problem. Alva Uvani's wife has become disillusionized with her husband's repeated extended absences and wishes to dissolve their marriage, and has sought the Dark Brotherhood's assistance. Lucky for us, Cyrodiil is a bit beyond the reach of Morrowind's Morag tongue. Alva Uvani is currently traveling around Cyrodiil, and is never in one place for more than a couple of days. In this dead drop you will also find a schedule detailing the Dark Elf's whereabouts. Use it to locate him and plan your elimination. Be aware, however, that because he is forced to travel alone to the farthest reaches of the Empire, Uvani has learned to defend himself. He is a matter of the Destruction School of Magicka and is no stranger to killing. When Alval Uvani lies rotten, journey to the market district of the Imperial City. There you will find a shop called Stonewall Shields. Your dead drop is located behind that building, in a hollowed-out tree stump. As usual, you will find your reward for the previous contract as well as information on your next. Ah yes, I must mention one last detail. Apparently Alval Uvani suffers from a rare dark elf condition, a serious allergy to honey. If you could somehow get Uvani to drink the honey-based spirit mead, perhaps by replacing his food, he would suffer from complete paralyzation. This would certainly make the dark elf a bit easier to deal with. A bit. Completely immobile is just a bit. Alright, let's go to the Imperial City, since we've already completed the contract. I just wonder how that happened. Ah, I think I know how. Because he was the Crimson Dawn's agent. Probably because of that. I've killed several normal people just because they turn out to be the Crimson Dawn's agents. Probably that one too was the Crimson Dawn's agent. Can't see my enemy. Probably they have been left behind. I just hope that by the time I am in the Imperial City, it won't be discovered that I actually killed my contractor, not the contract target, as I was requested. Hello. Be strong for war and fight evil. Pray at my chapel altars to receive my blessings. Tiber Septim. I'm sorry, Tiber, but by this time I'm not fighting the good fight. Well, a few letter contracts there were, but sometimes all the things I've done were foul. Miserable. What a broad swing. Don't tell me that they're bandits. They shouldn't be. Or they're not. I'm glad. I will be glad if the next target is dead also, and all I have just to do is to receive my reward. Oh yeah.
The only place in the city.
All visitors to the Imperial Palace. Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Our next contract. I have picked up my reward and received my next contract. I have picked up my next contract from the dead drop in the hollowed out tree stump. I have been ordered to go to the campsite on Knoll Mountain and kill Havelstein Horblood, a savage Nord barbarian skilled in the use of the axe. I haven't yet killed him, damn it. Alpha Luvani is dead, just like all the others. You continue to impress me, Silencer, and I am only too eager to indulge your homicidal instincts. Your next target is a savage Nord barbarian living alone and exposed at a small campsite on the summit of Knoll Mountain. This barbarian, Havelstein Horblood by name, savagely butchered the chieftain of Meadhall on the island of Solstheim. The chieftain's sister has forgone the Nord custom of extracting the monetary retribution of Wergild, and instead wants Horblood to pay with his life. You, dear Silencer, will have put her family at peace. You are to go to Knoll Mountain, locate Havelstein Horblood and send his soul to Sithis. When Horblood has been executed, journey to the Elid ruin of Nornal. In the flooded section of that ruin you will find a chest, submerged in the water. As you may have guessed, the chest contains your reward for killing Havelstein Horblood in your next contract.
Who will help an old beggar?
I hope I can help.
You can, Rosan,
What can I interest
if
you
you
in?
will. Let's trade. I'm glad that our
got it.
targets have become not the old men, not the bored
seems
men or women, but some real targets that have done some horrible things
You got it.
before me.
That's more than
This brightens up my picture
That's
of
more
this
than I
quest
used-
line.
that's more than I usually pay.
Thanks,
Thank
Rosan.
you. Come again.
You too. My pleasure, really. You wear the shadows well, fellow thief.
Who the fuck are you?
Shadow hide.
She has a fancy outfit, but I can't recall who's that. To blow up my cover, she might as well call me the Grey Fox.
You have my ears.
What's new with you? I heard people saying they ran into goblins around here not long ago.
Let's see it. No mountain. Oh, it's not that far. Yet still, it's time we conclude the stream for tonight. And thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please follow my channel. I yet again thank you for watching my tonight's stream and wish you all good night. Stay tuned for the next episode of our combo, I guess, of completing the Dark Brotherhood's contract.
Oh,
I don't know when it will end, but right now it's indulging me. And that's it for tonight. That's a wrap. Thank you again. Bye.